The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
A fascinating story. This is from Aleinu L'Shavach, Rabbi Zilberstein. Amazing story. There was a yeshiva, doesn't say where, that they had a certain relationship or partnership. I don't know what it was. They had some type of connection with a certain family. This family was completely chiloni, absolutely secular. I don't know what the connection was. Maybe the family, I don't know. It doesn't give a lot of details. All it says is that this family, who was completely secular, had a relationship with the yeshiva. So much so that they only had one child, also completely chiloni, completely secular. And they let the son know that when they pass on, he doesn't need to worry about any of the funeral arrangements. The yeshiva will. It was an open discussion they had between the administrators of the yeshiva and the family. The family is not going to take care of it. The yeshiva is going to take care of it. Okay. So first the father passes away. The yeshiva took care of the burial arrangements. Kedatu chedin. They buried the person properly. Now the son was wondering, okay, this is a little strange. Like no one charged nothing. It went very smoothly, out of hitch. No one asked for any money. Zero. They just buried the father. He was in Avelut. They came. They're Menachem Avel. They did everything fine. A few years pass. Then his mom passes away. Prior to his mother passing away, she told her son, when I pass on, I want you to open the will that Dad and I wrote. And you'll understand. Okay. Mother passes on. They open the will. And in the will, it states that we have a certain lockbox in a certain bank with all these numbers, with all these bank accounts. And there's a lot of money in there. Half of our fortune should go to the yeshiva. And we're talking about big money. And unfortunately, this person, he decided to open the will when he was sitting Shiva in front of the people from the yeshiva. So like, boom, we just got the jackpot. This family's now giving us a serious endowment. And the guy looks at me and is like, "Hi guys, listen, I'm not really religious and maybe my parents weren't of sound body and mind when they did that. I'm really sorry. I have to reconsider that. I'm really sorry." So one of the people who was there, when he said this to them, he gave a pinch to the Shiva. The Shiva grabbed this guy's hand and was holding it tight. It was like moving it away. Like, I heard what he said and don't worry about this. After the Shiva, the Shiva and the Menal, they walk out and Menal says, "What are we going to do? We got to take the guy that did Torah." He just said in front of a whole bunch of people, he has Sava, he has the will. He said straight up, this half goes to us. We have a dim. Let's go for it. And we'll retire. Finally, we hit the jackpot. The Shiva says, absolutely not. We're not going after him. What do you mean we're not going after him? We're not going after him. The family needs to see that when a Ben Torah conducts himself, they conduct themselves in a very proper way, a way that will be a Kiddush Hashem. We're not going to in any way besmirch Hashem's kavod. We're not going to do that. He says, but the money! But wait a second. What about the family, the neshamot of the family? Can you imagine all that limud Torah, all the brachot? This guy's a lowlife. He's a secular guy. He's got nothing to do with Judaism. We have to save the family. We're going to save the family by conducting ourselves properly. We're not fighting him. And the Menahel, you can imagine, he was like, right, like, come on. 2 years later, this secular man walked into the Beit Midrash, no kippah, no nothing. He said, "I'd like to speak to the Rosh Hashiva and the Menahel." They sat down in the office, and he says to them, "Gentlemen, I have to tell you something." He said, "I'm in the business world, and I've heard a lot of not nice things about Charedim. In particular, that they are after money, after kavod, all these horrible things. And to tell you the truth, I don't know. That's not my world." When I opened up that will, I actually opened it up beforehand. I say, you know what? I want to see if this is true or not. Are they really in it just for the money? Or maybe they've got some morality, they've got some values that they stick to. And the best way of knowing that, like the Gemara tells us, is bikiso, bakaso, bakoso. You see somebody, how they are with money, when they are upset, and how they share their food, or when they get drunk. So I want to see, when you have that money dangling in front of you, are you actually going to grab it? And are you going to fight for it? Or are you going to say, you know what? Whatever we're going to get, God's going to provide, and we're not going to fight you. So I, on purpose, revealed that little tidbit of information in front of you to see what you would do. Gentlemen, not once did you ever ask me for anything. Not once. You buried my parents with dignity. You said Kaddish. You learned Mishnayot. I didn't hear a peep, nothing from you. I heard only good things about my parents. I said, all the things that people were saying against Haredim is not true. You guys are the real McCoy. So gentlemen, 2 things I ask of you. Number 1 is, I ask that you please, and with that he pulled out of his pocket, please accept half of my family's wealth, which by the way, significantly increased because I made some good investments on that, and that goes to you. And secondly, and most importantly, I really do believe that my parents would reap even more benefit if I would be Choser B'tshuva and I join your yeshiva as well. And today, this person is a beautiful Avrech with a beautiful family, Yireh Mushlemim LaHashem. All because they knew to do the right thing. They knew that if they speak to the Lev, this unique person, they'll ultimately get this person. Every one of us could see a unique personality in someone else, something very special about them.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org